What went wrong with Ryan O'Hearn in Kansas City for him to be traded to the Baltimore Orioles for cash considerations? At one time considered a power-hitting first baseman in the Kansas City Royals organization, turned failure and sent down, and then traded to Baltimore for cash considerations. What did Mike Elias and the Orioles see to bring him to Baltimore and give him a chance? Was it the shift? Was it some mechanical things? Or did they just give him a chance to actually go back and play the game? When Ryan played for the Kansas City Royals, his metrics weren't that great. He was in the bottom tier of the league in a lot of analytics. You see a lot of red on this board here. Ryan is tops in the league in a lot of categories. What changed? Was it just the Orioles coaching? In 5 years with the Kansas City Royals, Ryan O'Hearn was a .219 hitter with just 131 RBIs in 5 years playing. Now, his 2 years in Baltimore, he's hitting .288 and already 91 RBIs. By the end of this 2024 season, Ryan O'Hearn will have already matched his 5 years in Kansas City in hits, runs, RBIs, doubles, triples, and home runs in 3 less seasons. Now, in 2018 and 2019, Ryan got a considerable amount of playing time with the Kansas City Royals and hit fairly well. Ryan drove in 26 home runs those first 2 seasons and under 500 at-bats. I mean, it's a full season's worth of at-bats right there in your rookie year, and you hit 26 home runs. Fast forward to the COVID season in 2020, and Ryan really struggled, hit 195. 2021 comeback, hit 226. And then in 2022, he didn't even make the ball club. So at 28 years old, Ryan has watched his career start fairly good, and then kind of COVID came, then he couldn't hit anymore. But along comes your faithful Mike Elias. Cash considerations brings Ryan O'Hearn to Baltimore. They make a couple mechanical changes, as you can see here, and all of a sudden you got a guy hitting .288 in his first year and a half in Baltimore. Oh, I can't get over how Mike Elias finds these guys, but cash considerations. And this guy potentially is an all-star player. Right now, he's just a right-handed specialist. You know, he's only facing right-handed pitching. Let's take a look at some of these pitches, right? So what was getting Ryan out in his last couple of years in Kansas City? It was the fastball.
Oh, man. That's a called third strike on a fastball and 7 strikeouts.
We look at 2021, he really started to struggle. He was a -5 run value against the fastball. And then in 2022, he was a -4. So teams knew he couldn't hit the hard stuff, and they were coming right after him. Bring him over to Baltimore. 2023, you're looking at a 1. So he's added 5 runs to what he did in Kansas City with just a 1. And now in 2024, he's already shooting up to a 5 run value against fastballs. And now this next graphic will show you here, he's actually seeing less 4-seam fastballs since 2022 because he's hitting so well in Baltimore. He's seeing more changeups, more curveballs here. Another thing I want to touch on is his contact rate with swings inside the strike zone. They have skyrocketed since he's come to Baltimore. So you can see the years that he struggled in this graph here. There's a reason why he struggled. He was missing pitches in the strike zone. And then he gets to Baltimore. And I said, like, these mechanical changes have made a humongous difference in Ryan's game. At the time of making this video on June 21st, Ryan has a 9-game hitting streak where he's hitting .469 with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs already. But one thing I want to touch on, right? So this season alone, Ryan has really gained the love of fans for his 2-strike hitting. So since May 3rd, right? So we're at June 21st right now. Since May 3rd, a little over a month and a half, Ryan O'Hearn has seen 6 at-bats where he's seen 5 or more pitches with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. And in those 6 at-bats, he has driven in more than 1 run in all of them. And the amazing part is 5 of those 6 at-bats, the score was either tied or within 1 run late in the game. We're going to talk about Captain Clutch. It's been a long time since the Orioles have had a clutch hitter with 2 strikes. I'm going to put up this little value here, right? So this is Ryan's current hitting streaks, his 7 best hitting streaks. Do you know what years they all are in? From 23 and 24. And they're all 6 games or better. So something mechanically that the Orioles hitting coach has seen when they switched his hands and his placement here, now Ryan is one of the best in baseball this year at not striking out. He only has 22 strikeouts and 220 at-bats. Insane. Insane. So prior to 2023, Ryan was a well below major league average player with on-base percentage. Look at this graphic here. Since he's come to Baltimore, he's, I would say, considerably above the major league average in on-base. How do you guys feel about Ryan Hearn? I'm truly excited about him. I know that he doesn't get a ton of playing time against lefties. I know that he's got to split some time with Ryan Mountcastle. It's well-deserving. Mountcastle's a great player. What are you feeling about him? I'm going to do another video. I'm going to dive even more into Ryan Hearn's stats, where I'm going to kind of stick with my series here, extend or trade Ryan Hearn. We've got one more year with him. It's a club option. I'm pretty positive they are going to pick it up. But that will be a future video coming out here shortly. So if you guys want to stick around for something like that, hit that sub button, and I'll catch you on the next video. Go O's.